So they said dragon ahead. Is it like a... Doesn't look super undead. Maybe gigantic. It's probably gigantic based on what I'm looking at so far. Dare me to try to say its name? Is it like another like Fortisac style name? Damn, this is a ridiculous freaking arena. This is absurd. This feels like like if this is the final boss of the game, just from this particular scene, I probably would be totally okay with that. This is absurd. The presentation of this, minus the freaking map shit that I put on the screen. Get out of here, get you. There we go. Minus that. This is incredibly intimidating. Come on, Mimic. Let's go. Can I lock onto it? Nope. Placidusax? They never use... They don't do, like, the Cajun EAU thing. Dragon Lord. Nope. Ooh. Oh, that's scary looking. It's got all sorts of dragon powers. Mimic has taken so much damage. Oh, I rolled into it. I think I made a mistake. That's cool. The sound on that is so good. Shit ran out. Damage is real. Well, I have a proper plan now. No stake. Well, I could just do this. Definitely a cool fight, that's for sure. Like, that's gonna be, like, one of the cooler bosses to fight as a melee build. Because of the scale, and it's not just another spammy boss. I'm gonna gun it. Yeah, the runbacks, it could be way worse. There's a question of whether or not you can run past the enemies that you're dealing with. Oh, I totally wouldn't have wanted to go here. Yeah, like, going here... Doing... doing the bonfire first is absolutely worth it. Yeah, it is a Dark Souls-esque... a proper Dark Souls-esque run back, for sure. I'll do one more. I need to get really close before I can do anything. I'll let the mimic draw some attention first. I hope this has enough range. It does. We're good. Man, the head hits are ridiculous. Might I finish this in one move? Nope. Close, though. I know I somewhat trivialized it. But I earned it. I paid for this. All of the low vigor suffering from before. Remembrance of the Dragon Lord. What do we get? Well, Junk Collector, you gotta be cognizant that Stomp is useful everywhere. This beam is only useful on like 10% of all things in the game. I think, and really, it's because the flask is so strong. I think, realistically, what they should probably do is make it to where, the hidden crystals here just gives you like 2 or 3 times max FP, and not just infinite. And that would probably make a lot of... like, that would probably work just fine. Remember Remembrance of the Dragon Lord Placidusax. Hewn into the Earth Tree. The power of its namesake can be unlocked by the finger... okay. Dragon Lord, whose seat lies at the heart of the storm beyond time. The storm beyond time is said to have been Elden Lord in the age before the Earth Tree. Once his god was fled, the Lord continued to await his return. So this basically says two things. One is that um, there's multiple above God creatures besides the Greater Will, and second is that every single one of them can have an Elden Lord, which I'm guessing is the sub god. So like it would be like Greater Will, uh, Erdtree, America, and then whoever the Elden Lord would be at that point. I think didn't they said there was one before? Um, was it Godwin? I don't remember. Um, and then there was Godfrey maybe. There's so many like random Godric, Godwin, Godfrey, Godofrey, and then like I think there's one more Gostic, Gostock. Um, and then okay, so and then in that case there's unnamed unnamed greater will esque creature. There is a pre Erdtree something. There's the god that fled above this Dragon Lord, and then Dragon Lord Placidusax, or however you pronounce it. So in that case, then are there like other? So okay, so Three Fingers, Shabriri, that's a pair. Um, Ronnie, but she's an Empyrean, and I don't know if she counts as a god or not. And I don't know what she's working with. Uh, the fire giant has a name. I was reading this earlier. A something. It was in another item description somewhere. It took me a while to. Okay. It's on the description for uh, it's on the description for the fire fell god. Uh, uh, Argonthy is the fire giant, I believe that we I think because they say Argonthy, the fire chief guardian of the flame, who apparently has been forced to manage the flame by America, according to the whatever the remembrance is here. Fire Giant is a survivor of the war against the giants. Upon realizing the flames of their forge would never die, Queen America marked him with a curse. O trifling giant, mayest thou tend thy flame for eternity. And I think that might indicate that that fire giant that we fought is Arganthy, who is the chief guardian of the flame, uh, and he had kept this incantation a well-kept secret until it was stolen by Adon. And the fell god still lurks within the fire giants. So apparently they have. So I think what's going on is, I think their giant object. So it's basically the fell god, something something, the forge crucible whatever, and then I guess their equivalent Elden Lord, or god or something is Aganthy, or Arganthy or whatever. I think. Man, like the way that they've done something to cultivate the way that the clouds are presented in this game and all the fog and stuff. Everything looks so weirdly painterly in this game. Like there has been some significant effort put into uh, the way shit is being rendered. Like I know it's not like the top realistic rendering shit that all the like a AAA studio at the top of their game is going to produce, but the usage of what they have, the art style quality is so much better. Like the implement, like the art style here is like worlds better than a lot of other stuff that you see that just has high fidelity. If you could use your horse here, no. If you could bring out Torrent. Yeah, even, so the funny thing about the performance of this game is that, oh man, what a giant arena. This game doesn't necessarily perform as well as it could, given what you see on the screen at every given moment. And I guess every game could be optimized to death. But the fact that everything you see is effectively real, they don't do any, like... There's very minimal perceptible magic for how they render and present things. Getting all of that shit to happen in, like, real space, and that much shit shown on the screen, is ridiculously impressive on, like, a technical level, because that's what you see. Like, the more control you have over a game with big spaces, open world stuff, that doesn't, like, force you through corridors and, like, doesn't limit your movement and shit, the more that the game is just, like, a real space that is interactive without any, like, coddling, and they don't, like, force you... Like, you can't get around the cheats in a lot of other games that either limit where the camera can go, or limit the spaces you can be in, like, the size of the space you can be in at a given time, or limit the a lot of other games, like, when they do, like, they do a scene this big, and you can just see out into the distance, usually it's a curated area with specific assets that you can only reach in a certain way, and like it makes it to where that shit can be loaded as you get there, and that you're only viewing that from a particular angle, because a lot of it's just fake. Yeah, nothing's so distinctly pre-rendered in this game. Nothing is so faked set pieces in the background, carefully constructed skyboxes. Like, considering you can get to all of these places, like, of course there's incredibly aggressive, like, level of detail related stuff being done, right? But what you see is representative of what it is. It's not just like a fucking, like, stood up Potemkin village thing. And the fact that they get any performance out of this at all is absurd. and then on top of that, everything just looks like so fucking, like, painterly. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. It looks like all these random, like, Gothic Renaissance paintings. It's a shame I don't have, like, a good art vocabulary, because I'd love to better describe what I'm looking at for some of these areas. I don't know what my last... Well, I guess I can look it up. Probably this one. It's not even really so much... Oh, geez, I got a lot of runes from that. It's not even so much the lack of load screens. It's more that you can look at stuff from so many different angles, and it's real. It's not, like, faked and constructed and constrained. Because you can, like, if your movement speed isn't really fast, you can very easily say, okay, well, we're gonna stream loading a lot of stuff, and that's why, like, some games you'll see really aggressive pop-in, because you're loading stuff really, really quick. Or you're demanding things to load really, really quick. Hey, Sovereign. But in this, like, you just look at a space like this, and there's areas with way more, like, complexity than this. And it would have been, like, instead of the Erd Tree, like, being, like, a physical object you can just look at and know, like, it is way the fuck over there, even though it's got, like, really great LED, it would have just been, like, a fucking... It would have been a replacement Erd Tree model, or it would have been, you know, just hand-drawn, or, you know, pre-rendered or something in the background. But in this, it's like, the spaces are... While the LED is expertly well managed, these things are there. You know? Yeah, like, it's literally like, see that mountain? Like, see that fucking volcano in the background? Or not the waterfall in the background? Like, that shit is real. I'm not even sure where I'm looking at right now. So that shit I'm looking at is, like, right here, I think. Can mark it. Actually, no. It's oh, yeah, because you can see the tower. Yeah, this tower. That's the isolated tower I don't know how to get to yet. In fact, this is like the closest we've ever had of this thing. Yeah, I can't even see how to get in there. But in other games, like, you would not even see that. And then, like, I could probably see the Bestial Sanctum from here, too. Like, if I put a marker on it and look at the marker... Oh, yeah, yeah, that was the Bestial Sanctum. Yeah, it was that one over there. So, it's just... The fact that this stuff is so freaking real... And it runs at all. Like, this game is not chugging. There is some technical might in making that work. And it's not necessarily like they're doing the highest end graphics stuff. It's more just like their LODs are probably ridiculous. And whatever they're doing to prevent you from rendering too much shit is probably really good. But yeah, like, you could irk out more performance by faking a lot of stuff and creating a lot of stand-in models and stuff. And if you do it expertly well, nobody will be able to tell the difference. But I think FromSoft probably is like, we're not going to fake any of this, because then we have to account for that every time we add stuff, change stuff, build things, whatever. Oh. Oh, a couple of them are alive. Okay, I was about to say, I thought... I had sat at a site of grace since this. Yeah, like, really that's all it really is. It's that, for what you get, the performance is absurd. I mean, even relative to, like, big budget AAA games that are, like, trying to render pores and character skins, like, what you're getting here, like, realistically, honestly, like, it doesn't matter if your character doesn't look photorealistic, because I would rather have the rest of the game look great, especially when I'm looking at this distance away from my character, and I'm mostly, like, interacting with the rest of the world. Like, I want my character to look cool, and I haven't really achieved much of that at all. I look like Merlin, pretty much. I would, like, my choice would probably be something like... something closer to... not that one. It's this nice one too, but not what I want. My ideal would probably be... It's really hard to say. Probably closer to this, maybe. But I'm currently just, like, pumping up my my defense as best as I can. I don't know what I was previously wearing. We'll go with this. But yeah, I would rather just, like, look at the world and see shit like this all the time, and know that, like, if I see something out in the distance, like whatever that is over there, like, if there's an item over there, I can just grab it. I can just walk up and grab it, and I don't have to, like... I don't have to, like, try to figure out how they're faking it, how I have to, like, go through a very particular path so that the game can render shit appropriately, and, like, swap in fake bullshit to make it run well. Probably I'm doing this too late. It's gonna kill me. Nope. Close though. That was a mistake. Thought I rolled it. Oh, jeez. Oh, that was so delayed. I forgot to pop the physic at the beginning, otherwise I would have finished this really quickly. Put a marker on the opposite side of the game world and keep going. Keep it in sight and travel to it in real time. Yeah. What they've done is like absurdly impressive. If I was using a different build, I wouldn't necessarily use Combat Azure, but because I still can't take a hit, I'm just gonna go ahead and just murder beam to death if I can. What is this? Oh! This is one of you guys. Oh, I tried the dragon incantations. All the shaking. Malformed dragon helm. Malformed dragon armor. So these aren't dragon. These aren't specifically tree sentinels. These are like what are they? What would it? Dragon sentinels? What would it be? Adorned with various dragon imagery and worn by the misshapen tree sentinels. Oh. After the great ancient dragon Grandsax attacked, sentinels had an epiphany. The only way to truly protect the Erdtree was to become dragons themselves. So the dragons aren't too keen on they're not too keen on the Erdtree. I don't have a plan. It doesn't... I don't have a plan. Well, yeah, the dragons apparently had... the god of the dragons was whoever was above the Dragon Lord. The Elden Lord of Dragons, basically. The unnamed one, I suppose. Yeah. Before the age of the Erdtree. So maybe the Erdtree existed before, and there was more like factions that were actively vying for power at that point. And I have no plan for this. I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is a screenshot. Oh, clergyman. Again. Oh, there's a... I think my first few fights with the Chandra were like this. So, okay, so the Beast Clergyman... A different one than Gurranq, apparently? It seems. Gurranq is asking to be fed death. This one apparently had death stolen from them. Then a no for how to enter the tower. Okay, well, if I fight this boss, can I not enter the tower? Is that what you're saying? Like, does that ruin whatever I need to do to enter the tower? I know they have the same voice, but I don't know if that means anything. Like, should I not fight this boss? It's a similar sounding voice. It's a similar effect. Just some added directions. Well, yes, I will need help getting to this thing because I'm probably... I don't see anything that indicates how to get in here. So... I'm probably going to need help to get in. Only by teleporter? Okay, well... Let me go fight this boss. Excuse me. Oh, geez, you got big beast claw. I want the FPS to run better. You got all the cool beast spells, but they're stronger. Cool. You gonna be alright?
Oh, death. Become my blade once more.
Oh, you got armor? Oh, I recognize this boss from the trailers. Well, mostly like the face, I think. I thought it was going to be some sort of like Lion Man. I'm assuming I'm going to get one shot at the start of this. I hope the Mimic's ready. Yes, fight the Mimic first. Gonna try this and see what damage it's gonna do. The answer is nothing. Oh, jeez. Oh, come on. The Black... That's where they were calling Malekith the Black Blade. Is death not an actual creature? It's the weapon? Let's get rid of that. Comet. Let's just focus on dealing damage. I should try. The moon's not gonna. If I was confident it was gonna hit. Did the cutscene not explain what Destined Death was? I died in the middle of the initial dialogue where he was like, "You shall not steal death again," and then he's like, So he breaks an amulet or something, like stabs it into it, says, come Malekith. No, there was a jumping bestial looking enemy. I don't think I'm thinking, and also that's a spoiler if you're saying that's a boss. And I'd be really upset if that's the case. There was a beast-faced boss that was jumping around in armor that looked just like that in some preview trailer thing. Comet Azori's not gonna hit. Downpour might. I could probably do both of these together. It's gonna be like great heal and I don't know what. 38 for that one. It'd be funny if Litany actually worked. Hold on. Should I try Litany? Wasn't Horaloo mentioned in the opening cutscene? I don't think so. It was, Dung Eater, Gideon, really in the opening cutscene. But aren't those all supposed to be well, I guess not. You never see Goldmask in the cutscene. Chieftain of the Badlands, really? Well, you don't fight Goldmask. You don't fight Goldmask. I haven't fought Gideon. It seems like they're leading up to a Gideon fight, though, because he's like, we're both vying to be the Elden Lord, and I'm, just, like, it seems like you're just feeding Gideon information, and eventually he's gonna, I feel like he's gonna be what they planned for Oscar in Dark Souls, where he is, like, the instead of directly competing, he's just, like, taking all of your help, and then eventually he's gonna, do, probably come up and try to steal all your work. That's my current guess. Didn't fight Fia. Yeah. I fought her champions, though. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, if it was like any of the other games, where it's like, Nino, first of the dead, and, the Witch of Izalith, and her, then it would have been like, yeah, okay, these are bosses. And then you fight them and they're bosses. But in, well, Dung Eater I'm going to fight, but I don't think he's going to be a boss. He wants to kill me at the bottom of the sewers, and I haven't gone and opened him up. I'm assuming he's going to try to kill me when I get down there. Did they really start with Horaloo at the beginning and I just totally forgot? Look who it is. Well, it's their armor, at least. Alright, get in, get the Mimic out. Trying to get jumped. Ugh. Those combos, though. Alright, BRB. Damn, the damage though, look at that. Alright, let's review the cutscene again and see if I missed out what's going on. So, he still has death on him, I believe, or with him. And he says, you'll never steal him again. And then he brings him out to fight for him. Become my blade once more. So I wonder if death is not explicitly like an independent god or entity or whatever. The strange thing is that Dung Eater turns out to not actually be a invasion-related character. I thought you'd be doing for Dung Eater what Vare actually wants you to do. Yeah, I thought they were just I thought they were just saying invaders eat shit. I thought that's all they were saying. Damn, fucking Mimic is a beast. Mimic is like, I'm going to fucking meat grinder you with my staff. Oh, that might kill me in one shot. Mimic, please! Oh, that sort of semi-helps. Anything that hits. Yeah, Mimic's got the right idea. Remembrance of the Black Blade. Watch it be a third phase. Oh, is this the Rune of Death? Don't answer that. I'm gonna find out in 2 seconds, I'm sure. Oh. Phase 3? Something tells me I done goofed.
The rune of death is unbound.
Ah, cutscene!
And the lands between are shrouded by death's dark fate. But the flames will also burn the impenetrable thorns. Farewell it is then.
I don't recognize...
You'll be Elden Lord yet.
I don't recognize that voice. If it was the halfway point. I would not be surprised. I don't think that's the voice... I don't think that's the voice for... Melina. It sounds like harsher and deeper. It's that Finger Maiden, right? And it's not, Oh shit, that's the capital. Did we just fucking sink a bunch of... Oh, because of the shit's burning. This is probably the ash of the tree. It's the old lady at the round table? Enya or whatever? The one in front of the... But no, the one at the front of the fingers, though. The one who trades in remembrance. Isn't her voice, like, way, like, more haggard and, sort of, kind of out there? Does it have a name? Capital of Ash. god. Level up some more. To be fair, even for the supposed PvP meta, I'm still not overleveled for that. Or the dual meta. There is no invasion meta. The invasion meta is, can I press a button and get connected to somebody? With my stats 1 in PvP? Yeah, I have been taking shit tons of damage the couple times I've tried to invade. Behold, the tree yet stands, tall and unwavering, mindless of the scorch of the flame of ruin. Then we are yet golden ones. Don't you worry about that. I'll be there in a minute. Set it on fire in New Game Plus. I wish I had the time to, like, I feel like I've been so thorough. I've been trying to be so thorough with browsing around the game that I'm 125 hours, well, jeez, probably 130 hours in at this point. 132. And I don't think, I feel like I have a few hours left, at least. If I had more energy, I would be playing this game like 4 to 6 hours a night, every night, including after work. And then like 8 to 12 on the weekends, per day. If it actually was 40 hours, that'd be funny. Like, I wouldn't complain. The only complaint that I could have is, A, the decisions about where to go and what to do and what's left is mind-blowing. And it just breaks my brain. The other thing is that I want to do PvP at some point, and I want to make some videos talking about, like, how to get caster build started, even just for PvE. And I want to finish the game before I do most of that. I've been taking small amounts of notes. I have a ton of things still to find. Oh, there is one thing I saw that I know I forgot about. Is there really? I wonder if there's more areas that are open now that I haven't been to. Do I notice a difference with Radigan's icon? I don't. Is there a? I don't know where. I don't know what you're referring to. Did I pass by the statue and not even notice it? Or do you mean the icon in my for the equipped? Oops. For the talisman? Elden Lord Radigan. You know, it's interesting too. If the statue earlier, when you use law of regression, it just flat out tells you in the message. It says America is Radigan. So they married themselves, I guess, which makes me think somehow they're two separate entities. If I notice the Caspi difference. Oh, the talisman. Does it say icon? It is an icon. Okay. I had no idea what the name of the talisman was. It was Radigan Talisman to me. I didn't know it said icon. Yeah, this big, giant change. It feels like Sage Ring +2 in Dark Souls 3. Making a handy sheet for equip load and endurance with the talismans. My first couple things that I want to do are map out two things. One is I want to map out. Well, I also have 12 decks, so it's like I think a lot of people probably are putting this on at like 30 or 40 decks and noticing no difference. I'm not sure it works for incantations. Damage versus load talisman is interesting. It gives bonus damage based both on total equip load and the weight of your weapon. So are you saying it's a strength weapon talisman? And the heavier you are, the better? Or I guess the lighter weapon, I guess, maybe is what you're saying. So, so it's all light stuff then. So it sounds like fist weapon builds that are damn near naked are going to do big damage with that then. Yeah, it's Flynn's, I guess. I think this is the closest I've gotten to the dragon before. Well, I've walked on the wings a little bit. Being below 10 total weight gives you an extra, like, 5%. It's a big sacrifice. You got no flat defense. Any small hit's gonna hit you. Gonna stagger you, too. Yeah, I've been in all this. What is stomping around? Oh, come the fuck on. Another gargoyle? Wonder why Radigan's icon is for spellcasting, since Radigan's whole thing is incantations? I don't... Is that the case? Does the game say that, or are you spoiling it? I don't know if it works for both or not, so the case... It might be that it is. Well, this is fine. Really? All these bloodstains because they don't want to level in. A lot of incantations talk about Redigan. Sorceries talk about Renala. Oh, yeah, I don't know then. It could just be that they affect both for convenience. I still think they're going to pull some sort of, like, the Greater Will is the old one from Demon Souls or something, like the source of sorceries and incantations. Like, I can't help but feel like all this shit is just... Everybody is a pawn and everybody's out fighting for the same force. Unless the Greater Will is another competing god, because, like, here's the thing: if the Greater God is above, if the Greater Will is above Marika, and Marika is a god, then I don't know of anything else that's been labeled as. It's hard to say. I don't know. I think that the Three Fingers one could be a separate one, a separate overarching force, but I'm not sure about Ronnie and the other ones. The reduce FP cost for spells talisman says spells and works for both. Yeah, I think spells is the universal term for, like, castable magic. Yeah, the Three Fingers don't seem to, like, the Three Fingers seem to, it's hard to say, because, like, one wants you to be the Elden Lord, but then there's an Elden Lord of Dragons. The Elden Lord of Dragons works for another god. That other god probably doesn't work for the Greater Will. So, if Shibruri wants you to be the Lord of Chaos, then, and that's separate from electing to be the Elden Lord, then my guess is that there's probably there's like a chaos overarching force that is not the Greater Will. Oh, I wonder, shit, I wonder if Gold Mask is up here. I want to see if it shows on the map. Ah, okay, so previously there would be the icon for C, what's his name, and Gold Mask over here. Little merchant icons. Now they may have moved. We know there are multiple outer gods as seen in the description of the unalloyed needle. Yeah, I guess they use the name plural. Capable of subduing the flame of frenzy if inherited. And it says, crafted to ward away the meddling of outer gods. Not just the greater will, who I think probably is at the very least an upper tier god character of some sort. Like above Marika. But I don't know if the greater will is like... So here's the thing, like, there's shit coming from space, like Estelle and everything, which makes me think that there are either eldritch entities coming from outside of this world, and either the greater will is one of them, or the greater will is like the home being of this, of the Lance Between, or whatever the planet is. You finally rewatched the intro, it does mention Horaloo. Ah, okay, yeah, then if it was the first one mentioned, I totally would have forgotten. Oh, these were the dudes in the cutscene. Or, well, yeah, the one earlier. What is this? Nah, more Smithing Stone. It's so weird. I feel like... I wonder if the entirety of the capital then is different. If I'm finding more stuff that wasn't here before. So besides walking straight into the tree, what else do you think I should do? Oh, the tower. You guys were saying there was tower-related stuff. I want to get into that isolated tower. Oh, also, did I not get... I don't know if I got the Rune of Death or what. I got a Remembrance. Oh, that one's the one I have to buff. I passed by what looked like a rune, and I thought it was the Rune of Death. Maybe I didn't grab it. The way is in the capital? Well, am I trying to get into... Oh, okay. If I'm trying to get into the Descending Gate.